It is very hilarious that one word that is abide by. That is written in every books of any vocabulary.
Abide by and abandon.
Abandon or abide by.
Yes.
But I can never see anyone who is using
this word abandon and abide by.
You don't even know.
So everyone, I captured the photos from the sticky notes and I gave it to the wallpaper. So whenever I open my mobile phone, I can see the vocabularies here.
Welcome to Taher 101. So today we have an amazing guest, Mr. Robin sir. He is a CEO, Prime Education, as well as an IELTS instructor of this center. So thank you, sir, for coming here.
Thank you, Taher. Thank you for inviting me to your show.
Okay.
And I'm very glad to be here with you.
I'm also glad to. So I have a set of questions to you, sir, and you need to answer all of these questions. Sure. And as from my experience, that most of my students, they might be raising lots of questions, sir. I have memorized lots of vocabs, but I can't use it in my speech when I speak in front of others. So what is the problem here, sir?
Okay, so learning vocabulary or learning the new words should not be a problem while you're learning it. But the problem happens to our students is they only memorize the vocabulary from the many books, from the dictionary maybe. They collect these words to their notebook and they try to memorize it like dream, ortho shopno, dream, ortho shopno, dream, ortho shopno.
Yes.
And in the further time, they forget it, they cannot remember it. So that's the problem. And the problem happens because they only memorize, they do not use those vocabulary.
Okay, what is the solution here? That how to use?
Solution, there can be many solutions, a lots of solution to improve or to remember this vocabulary, and these are the proven solution. Okay, so first of all, when you are learning a new vocabulary, I guess that you should use it in your daily life. Whenever you are learning it and you need to make sentences. For example, I learned that dream ortho shopno.
Right.
So I need to use that. Like I have a dream, I have a beautiful dream. We can use that like I want to become a doctor. I want to become, my dream is to become a doctor. So if we make sentences from that word that we learned.
Okay, this is an extraordinary way, I think, because we can collect lots of vocabularies from different types of events. For example, that after waking up or getting up from your sleep, and then you are going to your reading room, and then you read a newspaper where you can get lots of vocabs. So you have to use it by adding an example. You have to learn it by an example or sentences. Right? On the other hand, we also collect lots of vocabs from our daily Facebook scrolling or any news medias or any videos. So we have to make a sentence by these new words, right?
And we need to use it in our daily life to be more precise. You know, when we use these words in our daily life conversation, like we are talking, for example, we are talking right now, and we may use some new vocabularies to communicate, and then we should learn it, and we can learn it, and we won't forget it further.
An example that I'm going to share with you, it is very hilarious that one word that is abide by. That is written in every books of any vocabulary.
Abide by and abandon.
Or abide by. But I can never see anyone who is using this word
abandon and abide by.
You don't even know.
So everyone memorize this like abandon ortho tag kora, abandon ortho tag kora, abandon ortho tag kora, abide by mane chola. But they don't use. They always use like you should obey, not you should abide by the rules.
So I strongly believe that we have a set of lexical resources. We have the enough resources, but we have to use it. And we have to know how to use it in our speech.
With collocation.
Yes, so sir has recommended us to make a sentence by this word, and then we have to use in our daily life. Right? So are there any way to?
Yes, there is one more way that we, for example, we need to memorize word. Definitely, you need to memorize, but not only memorize that. And the only way and the proper way, the solid way to memorize a word is to use the sticky notes. You know about sticky notes?
Yes.
Okay, so you can write down the word in the sticky notes and you stick it to your wall, maybe in front of your table.
Yes.
And then whenever you are sitting in the chair in front of your table, you are watching that. You're seeing that.
I used to do this work because it can help me much more. For example, when I learn new idioms or new expressions that native use, but I can't use in my speech. So that moment I try to write down it in a sticky notes, and then I try to use. And after 1 week or 2 weeks, I can observe in my speech that yes, there are lots of extraordinary words and idioms that I was not able to use, but nowadays I can be able to use.
And another way that I followed when I learned new vocabularies, I used my smartphone. Like I have smartphone here, and what I used to do, I used to open my camera in front what I have written in my notebook or the sticky notes.
Okay.
I captured the photos from the sticky notes, and I gave it to the wallpaper. So whenever I open my mobile phone, I can see the vocabularies here, and every time I open my mobile phone, I noticed one vocabulary. Okay, that's the one. Okay, then I started scrolling, and that's the way I think that can be the way to improve.
Also effective
way for learning new vocabulary.
So those who are going to collect lots of bookups and you are facing lots of problems only for bookups, so you need to use and follow these rules that we are talking about. So thank you everyone for joining this video, and thank you Robin.
Thank you everyone. Thank you Taher. Thank you.